record button, and we here. Okay, guys, so one of my fitness homies, homegirls, GOAT, the one and only, if y'all see here, BG GOAT, or yeah, I be fitness. She asked me a question about, my fitness homie GOAT asked me a question about blood flow restriction training, and she kind of wanted me to talk about it. I'm gonna give y'all the blood flow restriction training synopsis. What is it? Blood flow restriction training is pretty much when you manufacture restriction on your blood flow by placing bands over your veins in order to restrict the blood from flowing back. So you want blood to flow in instead of come back. And what it does is it creates a swelling effect, mainly in the cells. That I don't know what it really allows, but essentially it just allows the cells to swell up, and you have an extra blood, which creates, I think it's called hypoxia, and hypoxia is just a restriction of blood flow, which is essentially the same thing. So how does this benefit the person? There has been studies that shows that it helps increase the diameter of whatever area that you have the blood pulling into. So if you place them over your arms, when you do the workout, or when you do the training, it has been shown to increase the diameter of whatever area you do. So it's, in theory, it helps you get bigger arms. If you place it over the veins in your legs, to help you get bigger legs. Essentially, what you're doing is just you're swelling the cells. So in theory, it should help increase the size of those areas. Also, what other benefits? It helps with atrophy. It helps prevent atrophy. It it increases your strength and low intensity weights about roughly 20 to 30%. But what I think of it is, in theory, I could see it. I have gone on record saying it's stupid, but in theory, I can see how it would benefit you, in theory. But do I think it's viable? It all comes down to whatever your goal is. When you're doing your training, I would think of this more as a tool to help you. It all stems from the realm of hypertrophy, and hypertrophy is essentially what everybody's looking for, but it just helps you increase the diameter of things. Oh shit. Yeah. Again, blood flow restriction training is just it's a tool that you can use. It all depends on your goal. Again, it just helps increase the diameter of whatever area you're placing it on. Execution is key when you're doing it, so you got to make sure that you know what you're doing. Probably learn from somebody that has used it before and that does know what they're doing. This is a method that could help you, but it all comes down to what you're looking for. And also, it doesn't really have any lasting effects. It's more like a temporary effect. So just like if you guys are familiar with the word muscle pump, that doesn't last forever. It only lasts for a certain amount of time. This same deal doesn't last forever. It does only last for a certain amount of time, so you have to keep on applying it, but you can't apply it every day, just because with blood flow restrictions, you can kind of understand how that would kind of hinder your progress, but also it's just one of those things that you gotta kind of just use in certain parts. And it's not for high intensity anything. You're gonna have to use it for low reps. So pretty much what you're doing is, any days that you're doing low reps and you're trying to get that pump, and you're trying to get the most diameter out of your muscles or whatever cells you're putting over, that's pretty much what it's going to be used for. So I think that's it. I think I explained it. This is a long ass video. I'm probably going to edit it down, but whatever. But yeah, there you go. Blood flow restriction training. That is pretty much my synopsis, the layout of it. You could use it. I don't personally, but you know, it all comes down to what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a big ass butt, it will help in a sense. Do squat.